Hi, my name is Dan Levy, and I'm delighted to join my colleagues Shared Goel and Teddy Soronos in this online version of our Generative AI class. What we're going to do now is to focus on how Generative AI could be used in university admissions. You might ask, why should I care about university admissions? And we asked that to our students in our classrooms at the Kennedy School, and several answers came, but the one that I want to focus your attention on, apart from the obvious, if you have someone near you, maybe a family member who's going to go to college, you care about university admissions. The one I want to focus on is the notion that we often care about university admissions because it mimics processes in our daily lives that are very important. For example, recruitment. So when you think about your organization, wherever you're working, the process of recruiting and selecting employees is similar to the process that a university might use to decide who to admit to its doors. So keep that in mind as we go through this example. So we're going to focus on two questions. The first question is, how can applicants use generative AI? And the second question is, how can the admissions office use generative AI? So when we asked our students, how can applicants use generative AI, here are some of the answers that came. This, by the way, was summarized with generative AI. So the first one is writing assistant. So a lot of university admissions processes involve writing essays or producing documents that you're going to upload to the admissions portal. So our students said that they could use generative AI to draft an essay or to perhaps brainstorm what the essay would be about. They could also use it to proofread their essays or to edit their essays after producing it. Second use of generative AI, interview and test preparations. So generative AI can now create a bunch of questions that were traditionally left to someone having to buy a book about how to take the GRE or the SAT or the GMAT, whereas now we can actually have generative AI generate questions, and maybe generate questions of a certain type that we want to practice on. A third use is resume and CV optimization. So taking advantage, as Teddy said, about the ability of generative AI to generate text, you could imagine rewriting an essay or a CV, listing achievements, embedding your values into the documents that you will present. And the fourth one is research and information gathering. So you might want to compare the program you're applying to other programs and so on. We're going to focus our attention mainly on writing assistance, not because the other three uses are not important, they are, but the other three uses do not represent a huge advance of generative AI versus whatever was out there. With writing assistance, the ability of generative AI to produce essays that sound like a human being is important. All right, so we did an activity in class that I'm hoping you could take some time to do. And the activity is to get together with one or two classmates. In this case, you can do this on your own, and to pretend that you are applying to the Kennedy School. And would like to ask you to write a 250-word essay using generative AI. And then we're going to give you some resources for you to do it. So maybe pause the video and take a few minutes to write this essay. So you can experience how generative AI could help you if you were doing this. I think it's important that you take the time to do this, because if not, it'll be very abstract. So this will help ground your learning.